Hey,
Hey, we jamming on that thing, man. Welcome back, y'all, for another episode. You Ain't Lying podcast. It's your boy, CMW Haze, and you should already know who that man is on here with me. My dog, DJ Kills on Jones.
what's up, man?
Hey, man, look, what's up with it, man? Feeling good, man? What about you, man?
You already know, man. Cacti is not no iced tea.
Oh, getting it in real quick, you know?
Yeah,
Hey.
yeah. Hey, it's a running joke that Hayes always he lift his glass. You know what I'm saying? Of that brown, he
And
got it
now
right
you
there.
lifting your can of that old thing, man. I feel you.
And then just some. What Heavy G say? Something light, something slight. It ain't making no noise.
Yeah, man.
I
Hey,
gotta
man, I
support. You know what I'm
appreciate
saying? I
all
gotta
the support.
support.
Hold on, man. You got
Yeah,
support yo black. What?
my
That what you
black
been hitting
folks,
with?
man. We
Yeah.
gotta support everything black.
Tell them what it
You
is
know.
though. Tell them what
So
it
this
is, who it is.
this is the Cacti by Travis Scott. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Shout out to all my people in Houston.
They need to throw us an endorsement deal or
I
something.
mean, we did look. They, if
Salute to
I
our
keep on
black folks.
look, I'm gonna review it in a minute. I'm gonna let y'all know because this
You
is the
gonna throw it
second.
down. It tastes
Yeah,
good,
I'm.
don't it?
It's all right. You know, I'm not a real big beer seltzer drinker like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that ain't my
Yeah.
stilo like that. You know what I'm
I hear
saying?
you.
But,
Yeah.
yeah, man. But what we talking about this week, man?
Man, I wanted to thank all the folks, man, for tuning in, man, every Wednesday with us at 6, man, and rocking out with us.
For
We,
sure.
it's a lot of things going on in the world, and for the people who tune in to us faithfully, man, since we've been dropping, I salute y'all and I thank y'all and keep rocking out with us. You know what I mean?
For sure, for sure.
Hey, no, but check though, is hip hop really the most dangerous thing to be a part of?
Right now,
Is hip hop? Yeah, I'm saying like it's
yeah.
hip hop rap. Is hip hop
Well,
rap
I'm gonna say
really the
rap.
most dangerous thing to be a part of?
I
What you
mean,
think? Because I mean, what you want to get?
I'm gonna say this.
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
feel like right now, I feel like it's not hip hop. It's let's just call it like it is. It's gangster rap. It's
Yeah,
dudes getting on the internet, posting guns, posting drugs, posting, you know what I'm saying, posting everything illegal, and then they be screaming, "Free me, free me, free me, free me." You know what I'm saying? Now, some
yeah,
people I feel like they got tried by certain people, and then when they got in the game, they was trying to get away from all that. Like we was talking about off air, you know, certain artists, you know, they stay out of the mix of everything. They don't be around the
yeah.
rappers. They don't be, you know, trolling. They don't
They
be
ain't
doing
trying to go to
extra
no
stuff.
award show. They ain't trolling. They barely posting on social media. But things
Yeah.
still define you, I guess, when you talk about certain things. But I don't know because man, yeah, because that's what it seems like. But man, I feel like do it happen to the people who don't rap about the gangster rap so much, or do it only happen to the gangster rap?
I think it really only happens to the gangster rappers, like the cats that like if you own that heavy, because you don't never see Chance the Rapper getting ran down on in Chicago. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You don't see like a Smino getting he don't even be here for real, but you don't see a Smino getting ran down in St. Louis. You don't see you don't see rappers that if you talking positive and you stay out the way, ain't nobody running down on Kanye. Ain't nobody running down on Kid Cudi. Ain't nobody
yeah.
running
Everybody
down
run
on
down on Cole or Kendrick, huh? Ain't nobody run down on them.
or Drake neither. I mean, and then
Right.
Drake got the army, the goons, and the police. Everybody with them. They got they got the army, the navy, the air force, the police, um, the private security, the regular security, and then
And so
the
basically, you
Goonie
saying,
goblins.
man, the hip hop is not dangerous, but the gangster rap is only because I guess of that world, because of what exists in that world. I guess
Because well, not even just
it
because what you
it
put
puts you
out
in
is what.
places. Yeah, because
Yeah,
look, because it puts you in places where the gangsterism exists. Because
facts.
sometimes, man. because you can be on your hip hop head, on your, you know what I'm saying, and you just spitting flows and metaphors and bars and woo woo, but that don't mean that you know punk, or that don't mean that you did. You know, I mean, so, but if you spitting bars, I guess about murking and doing this and that, and then now you in certain environments with it, I guess that just puts you in the mentality around other people that who in that certain mentality. Because if gangster rap is the most, because man, and look lately, rap has, man, I'm talking about, yeah, we are the number one genre, but look at how much been going on in this genre though, man. Look at how many people then got knocked over silly things, bro.
Oh yeah.
I'm talking about for nothing, bro. So I
I
mean,
mean, yeah, but
but
that's
then
but see,
again, like you
yeah,
say, but then again, when you actually pinpoint who is only really the gangster rap part of it.
facts, facts, basically. Because if you just your regular schmegular degular rapper and you doing your thing or whatever,
But that's not to
you
say that won't. I mean, you know, man, because that, I mean, drama come in all forms. I mean, so just because you your regular smuggler don't mean that nothing ever go come your way. But I guess we just saying, man, there's only dangers when you only dealing with gangster rappers. Seem like
pretty much. I mean, pretty much because if you out here doing your, if I'm gonna just put it to you like this: if you out here doing your thing and you out here doing your thing, right? You out here, you staying out the way, you minding your business. Nobody's really gonna, you know what I'm saying? That's why I don't even be like, cause like today, I was commenting on shout out my boy DJ Incredible, right? And I said, cause he was saying he wanted he worked with the promoters that's doing the Dirt Show. But I said I made a comment and say that that Dirt Show sold out in 6 hours, right? But a St. Louis artist ain't never been sold out like that. And so some dude gonna start commenting, and I almost got it to my bag, but I commented and I was just like, man, I ain't even finna get into it with dude because all I'm saying is that the game ain't the same. You know what I'm saying? But if I had to kept going back and forth with dude, cause dude was like, man, shut the hell up or something like, bro, who are you? You know what I'm saying? But where you get to engaging in it, and he was just like, my bro was just like chill, and I was just like, man, look, I ain't finna sit up here and go back and forth with folks, but that's just how easy. So then he gonna go write a song or something like that, whoever
I
the
think
dude
that
is.
too, man. I mean, like people got to accept that the fact that if you talking about it from an entertainment or from that aspect, then yeah, man, we are just one of them cities that they just come get the bag and then they dip.
Pretty much because, but I just feel like all of this, all if you look across all the hoods, man, all of them is rap. Like if you could just type in Minnesota rappers, and you're gonna get 80,000 drill rappers. You
Yeah,
gonna get you type in, what I'm saying, Seattle. You're gonna get 80,000 drill rappers. You're gonna get a lot of rappers
I feel
that's
like you can
rapping
type those
about the
in and get
same.
a lot of rappers, but you're saying
Man,
they
go
about the
go
same stuff.
go, yeah, bro. It's so go up and down your favorite videographer in the city, and you gonna see murder, kill, drill, steal. You know what I'm saying? Deal. You know what I'm saying? It's all 15,000 guns in the video.
I mean,
They
you know,
all sitting there, but that's what. But see, my mom always told me is that what you put out is what you attract, and so that's all we talking about. And everybody trying to get the same little deal. They get snatched up. Now we starting to see, okay, because these people, these labels want to come back over here and start funneling artists through here again. They signing up a couple of little artists, but I can't really blame the labels. I gotta blame the people. It's the people.
I think now though,
We
man, it's getting better now because it's so much information, dog, and stuff out here that you should definitely like be already tapped into how you want your career to go and knowing what you already should want. Because it's so many examples, man, from man, you can just type it in now and just see so many examples, man, from other people that who been in the game, man. If you just want to study, because like we say, because you also got to be a student of the game too, man. And you also got to study the craft for which you want to be in. So it ain't always just rapping all rap all the time, neither. Sometimes, man, you got to study the game and you got to understand what's the landscape around you and what's going on.
But then again, I feel like if you want to make the rapper the rap that you want to make, like we just seen Busta Rhymes, Q-Tip, and Phife Dawg just got back together and did something. You know what I'm saying? It's just like they just got together. New York got the whole. I mean, it's drill, but it sounds different because it's not the same beat, the same
That stuff like
Migos flow. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a whole different vibe. And then you got, but all of them is doing the same little 808s and the same little
I
style.
mean, well, man, what you want? Because ain't nothing new under the sun. I mean, shit.
No,
I
man, but
mean,
it's like it's
it's
people
a
that
lot of creativity. People like we say. Now, if you're going into this lane, then the people that you want to get there from is going to be your inquiring taste people, the people that you're going to type in the search engine to. People that the world giving you, it might not be your flavor, but the people that you typing in, I bet you they not what you saying that are. So that don't even really matter, especially if you ain't even tapped into it.
I mean, but yeah, it's just like you want something a little bit different when you see it. You know what I'm saying? You want
Yeah,
something a little bit different when you see it. You want something like, and you feel like, cause see, I could go and get a Mega Ran or a Chris or SJE, and it'd be hard, and you know what I'm saying, and it's dope, right? But that's not what I feel like it need to be like that. That's my goal, with this channel and everything else like that. It ain't necessarily just for me, but like I want to drop a bag on CMW Haze. I want to drop a bag on Lil Cry Roll. I want to drop a bag on folks like Mega Ran and Chrissa and the cats that I listen to that I know that's dope. Because I feel like even people here in the city, I mean, well, I ain't necessarily, because I feel like a lot of them they kind of front and stunted, but that's like that was my overall goal. You know what I'm saying? What up, Loader High? Loader High checking in on the YouTube. We
what's up
we
with it?
live. Before I go any further with that though, we live on YouTube,
Every
Facebook,
block.
Twitch, and Jadal Gaming. Shout out to L Streets. You know what I'm
We
saying?
on every block.
Every block. So I just feel like even in the city, like if I had a bag, like when I get the bag, I want to start a new record company that basically mirrors what the processes of these new you know what I'm saying, these new labels, and kind of I guess be an incubator and help them get their situations, and help them elevate and help, not even help them get a situation, because I feel like if we could build
You
it
can
up.
do it now, man. And why you
Yeah.
couldn't do it now?
Well, I mean, you gotta have the bread, because we got the content, we got the music, we got the content, we got the artists, we got the whole thing, and it's all of it. Behind the scenes, paperwork wise, is taken care of,
Yeah,
but it's just
yeah.
about having it bag to be like, okay, we finna promote this person to the moon. You know what I'm saying? We finna go, and then right now, um, even if we did have a bag, there ain't nowhere to tour. I got it all written down and mapped out how I
You
want to do it,
gotta
so
have them
that's why
relationships too, man. You
that
gotta
too.
promote it a little bit with the money, but also, like I say, some places money can't always get you in, so you gotta sometimes
Well,
network
I feel
to
like
build
I
a
feel like
relationship.
too. I feel like too, man. It ain't nothing stopping us from touching down into a city, going somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I
Going to the
mean, talking about
radio.
us
No,
personally, then how I feel about it personally, it ain't no limit, man. And you right, like man, and we should be able to
because I
pack
feel
it,
like,
plan it
yeah. Go
out,
ahead.
and hit the road. I mean, or have somewhere to go, like map it out
Hmm.
and just have somewhere to go. Because
Pretty
even if
much.
you're going somewhere for the first time, it's the first time. So of course it ain't gonna be, it ain't gonna be what you think it's gonna be. It ain't gonna be probably popping and all that,
No, not if you do
but
it
that's how
right.
you build a rapport. Like you got to keep coming back to places, man, and you got to build it up.
Well, not if you do it right, because I feel like you could do it. I've seen people do it with from like off the dripper, and they just start. They
So I thought
basically,
they must did it off of the internet.
I mean, not even just that. Like it was a whole. It was just a little play that I saw. I don't want to give away the sauce, but I just feel like my whole thing with it, Hayes, is giving the artists, like the artists that I like to listen to, and the artists that I feel like should be big, giving them a platform to to shine. Because I feel like all it is murder, murder, kill, kill, drill, drill, pop pill, sip lane, you know what I'm saying? Like that's all it is. How many chicks I did knock? Like
It's really
ain't no
not that,
substance.
man. It's really not that, man. I
No,
guarantee
I'm
you.
talking about the stuff that's getting propped up, like the stuff that, and it's probably because there's a lot of killing and drilling and drug dealing and drug using and
And that
abusing
might
going
be
on.
true, but at the same time, when your music is a requiring taste where you can search whatever you want to, do you even should even care about that? Because
Well, because this is the thing, Hayes. We keep saying that, but in the real world, in actuality, yeah, we know that, but we listen to everything. But here's the
yeah,
thing with it. Here's the problem with it. Most people is lazy. If it ain't up on their playlist, on their first or that new release thing, people ain't listening to it. They not finna and type in video game hip hop or anime
yeah,
hip hop or
yeah,
video game rock and roll or video game music or whatever the case may be. They
yeah.
gon' you know what I'm saying? They not finna do that. Like they finna if it's being pushed in front of
So
what
you
you
mean
call
to
them.
tell me that somebody ain't gonna make a playlist of what they like listening to
I
and,
mean,
and,
yeah,
and
but if they may,
spin it just like the radio do?
but I'm
'Cause
not
that's what
talking
I
about
do.
what. But I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about is finding new music. Cause if we
I'm
find like me and you go find some new music, right? We telling each other about it. You know what I'm
Did
saying?
you hear?
But
I just gave you the sauce. I say
yeah,
when I do my music or my playlists, I'm running my shit like the radio. So you might hear the same 10 or 15 songs until I'm cycling, like how you were just gonna say. Now I'm putting in new songs. So I'm gonna stop playing certain songs and
but
I'm
that's for
listening to
you
new
though.
songs.
We talking about getting them out there to where the
That's what I
artists.
just gave the play.
No, but that playlist ain't gonna be our playlist ain't gonna be propped up like the streaming service. And when you get on your phone and you get on your YouTube app or you get on iTunes or Spotify or whatever, when you open that mug up, it's got automatically. It's guys. That's why they ask you when you download the app. It's gonna automatically have the stuff like okay, my super mix, my mix.
Yeah,
This is the stuff
you're
that
right.
they got, and it's based upon the algorithm based on what you've been listening to. So like I listened to they had NBA YoungBoy in the shuffle, and then I went and listened to this song and he got Toxic Punk or whatever, right? Then O3 Greedo. I've been listening to a lot of O3 Greedo. Um, they got all of this stuff in your face. And then if you go over here to okay, it's like okay, I'm subscribed to Genius, so they like okay, this is like different playlists from that. Then you go
That man,
to
that's
new,
everything nowadays, man.
but I'm just saying though, it's like it's not
Everything
putting
is curating to what you like. I don't care what it is, man. If you
no,
already know,
but it's
like you
not,
can be on the phone and say something, and then boom, and you're gonna see it on your Google screen. So man, everything is to customize to what you like. But
but it's
what
not.
I was
But I'm
trying to say
saying
was that I don't think that you got was how I was saying, dog, in the world like today. You okay now we understand like I was just giving the fact that what you should be doing is making your own playlist and basically recycling songs just basically how the radio do. So if it's something that you don't agree with or a certain music that you don't like that the world is giving or the radio giving or these playlists are giving, you can make your
mhm.
own playlist and cycle
No,
your own
I
10 or
get
20
that,
songs.
but hey, until I'm just gonna be real with you. It's like only the people that's following me or following you gonna see that playlist. If we post up the playlist and people go check it out, and people do go check out the playlists that I make and stuff like that. So if I post up a playlist, people go listen to it, go check it out, whoopty whoopty whoop, right? Now it's still not finna unless they go physically save that playlist with the music that we listen to, it's not
We're
gonna
not talking about
start.
us. We talking
No,
about
but
them personally as a consumer.
But
You
that's
as a
what I'm
consumer.
saying. But I'm saying that you missing the point. I'm
Now you
saying
missing my point, my G,
no,
because
I
as
get
a
that.
consumer,
I know that, but I'm saying it's not even just the consumer. Okay, I'm finna make my own. I'm talking about putting new music in front of the masses. I'm talking about putting some of these artists like right here, right? The storefronts don't put every new release on the storefront. They don't. They just don't
so
do it.
what
I'm
should you do? Okay, now that's what I'm saying. Now since we got the okay, now what should Zone do if a song if some come out that's not on their main? Now what would you do if that's something that you wanted to find and it wasn't on there? Where would you
but
find it at?
I mean, if I find it and I share it, then that's me putting the word out. But what I'm saying is, when I get on her, this Apple Music, when I get on her, I should be able to see everything that came out, whether it was from a major or not. And the way they got the game set up is,
Man,
if
you
you're
don't run
not,
that though, man. You see, man, you can't say what you should be saying on they shit. They run that. You, I guarantee you, if you type something in the search engine though, it's gonna be there.
I mean, yeah, but I'm saying the problem is, it's rigged to where only certain people gonna get the shine. You gotta grind all the way up to get to this.
It's
I was
money,
just watching
man.
that's what I was saying.
It's billboards.
It's
It's
that
really
payola.
hits.
It's that
No,
payola,
it's
man.
just really big time pro shit. Like you really got to be on billboards and making hits probably, and have some paper with it.
I mean, yeah, but that's all I'm saying. Hey, is that it should everybody I feel like should be on the same playing field. It should just be the payola, and I'm signed to this label, or I go to the certain streaming service, and have to ask them that. Like, I feel like that's dumb as hell. But at the end of the day, when I get the bag to drop on the artist, and be able to get the artists out there like I like it's gonna be some changes around here. Ain't gonna be just murder, murder, kill, kill, drill, drill. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what I'm
You know,
saying. That's
like,
your opinion. Now you can make up your own. Like how you saying it's not gonna be that. That's basically you curating your own playlist through your own platform to say, I don't want just murder, murder, kill, kill on my stuff. I'm gonna make my stuff this. That's you creating your own vibe on your own platform, which you can do. The same reason they can do what they want to do on their own platform. I'm just saying, if you are one of them people that's saying that you don't want to list like all these playlists, that's all they do is give us this. That's all they do. Well, you do have the option to make your own playlist and cycle out as many songs as you want, put many songs as you want in, listen to the
but
same
hey,
song.
what I'm saying is, how is that helping the artists get seen other than you? How, unless we all do it in mass, how is that influencing the algorithm to where they gonna get seen? That's like if we had everybody that we know right now post up your music, right? That's gonna start if we get like 20 people to all post it at 7 o'clock. That's gonna influence people to go check out the music, because now they see it on this person page, this person page, this person page. These people commenting and liking on it, everybody commenting, liking on it, and sharing it off
That
of
might
your
work.
page.
That
It
might
it,
work.
it, it, it do because, but until we do it, until we get there, of course, the people be hating, or people don't be understanding, or people don't be caring. So it's like, until we able to influence that with the social media, it's
Yeah.
like them same artists, unless we start dropping bags on them artists, that's pretty much all we like we said last show. That's the only thing that we need. But I feel like it's being promoted heavily by the labels, because that's what people want to see. That Dirt get selling out in 6 hours. All Dirt talk about is murder and killing people. Like, that's all his music consists of. And his homie, that he miss his dead homies, and he's smoking on his dead ops. Like, that's all he talk about. It ain't no variation about okay, I got a chain, and I ain't gonna say to the person say it don't be
It's
some of it
jam,
don't
bro.
jam,
It's
but at the
jamming.
same time, it's just like, damn, like, I talk about something else. Like, damn,
Well,
like,
that's just what
you just want.
that's just you expecting more from them, man. at this point.
No,
If you
not
want to
them.
say
I'm just
bro,
talking about more from the man. Like I
it
like
is them, man. If you saying dirt, bro, it's them. You gotta quit this, bro. You just said,
no. I just want
yeah, man,
more
and all he
Main
talk
Street.
about is this and that. Then
I
yeah, then
want
you know,
more.
look,
I
you
want
expect him
more.
to talk about growth at this point.
I
Like,
mean,
like,
talk about the game at Lord. Talk about how he missed Vine. Talk about how
yeah.
the other
But
side
hey,
of it.
but didn't
Like
I just say something like that a couple episodes about Future? I'm like man, Future, like man, and we know he be jamming, but do but he don't go in depth about anything else. It's just always
no,
trap, trap, trap.
lean, 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 lean,
But that's
lean,
what we love him for,
lean,
though.
and
But that's
more
what we
lean.
love Dirt for, though. That's what we love Future for, though. Because I mean,
I'm different. I like having artists with range. I like
Dirt was
art.
just on a song with Nas, man.
Okay, all right, who he did a song with that? Cause Nas wanted Dirt fan base to be over there on his song, like, and he
I can't
respect the
believe
fact
you
that.
just disrespected that man like that.
I mean,
You
no,
said he
not
wanted
but
Dirt
be for
fan base
real.
on his
He
stuff.
wanted Dirt fan. It's like
Come
Drake
on,
put
man.
Dirt
You
on.
gotta
Hold
relax,
on.
man.
Drake put Dirt on
You
his
gotta
song so
relax,
that his fan.
man.
Hold on. Drake put Dirt on his fan on his record to get his fan base to go rock with Dirt. And so now you can't tell me after he did Laugh Now Cry Later that didn't help him putting his album out a month or two later or 2 3 months later he put that album out, The Voice, or a couple months later he put The Voice out after being on Laugh Now Cry Later for 2 3 months on a video that got like maybe 50 million or 100 million views or something like that. You can't tell me that he, you know what I'm saying, that he ain't got this and Young Blue the same way. Drake getting on his song, made his song, like he just said on Vlad, like stuff be strategic. Like he
I
might
mean,
like
he did
Dirt
say that
music.
song changed his life, but look, but in some cases you
And
know
I'm gonna
that
say Nas might like Dirt music, and he say, you know what, I'm gonna help you. You gonna help me. It's a mutual thing. Like I'm helping you because you standing next to me is stamping your name,
it's
and me
business.
standing next to you, it ain't. I ain't saying nothing wrong. It's a mutual collaboration. Yeah, I feel low to high right there. Like it is
Yeah,
a mutual collaboration. But
true indeed.
let's not act like like if some we need that Nas and look no, with
Uh,
nobody saying we need a Nas and little Dirt record. That was cool. That's a out of
it was
nowhere
fire though.
moment.
It was
I
fire.
mean,
The record was
hey,
hard. The record hard.
okay, all right, cool. But let's not act like we was
Man, you
asking
just
for
don't
it.
listen to it. You just don't listen to
No,
it.
I listened to Nas. I heard that record, but I was just like,
Mm.
damn, like you for real. Like
You
it's
feel like,
cool.
oh, that one Nas just want his fan base.
You know what I'm
Nah,
saying?
you gotta relax, my G.
Drake wants a piece of every rapper's audience. Drake thinks about exactly. I gotta get on everybody. I gotta get on the Canadian records. I
Okay,
gotta
okay,
get
hold
on.
on. So do we not look at it like Drake is giving these people clout, or we looking at it like Drake want to hop on them for clout? Like, is it the
Both.
other way
It
around?
work. It's a two-way street. It's like okay,
Okay,
Drake listens to music like we listen to music. He said he
right.
go on YouTube and he type in new hip hop and he'll just sit there and listen. And he might like a record or he might like a flow and he might incorporate that and kind of giving them a nod. Like I felt like rest in peace XXX Tentacion. He kind of felt like it was still in his wave, but in
Yeah.
all actuality, it created a conversation. Now all he had to do was be like, "Man, that dude beat me." Okay, imitation is the best form of flattery. It left it alone and kept, Drum. He stole Drum whole beat. You know what I'm saying? Like the whole
Yeah.
beat, but it was the same sample. And his record had to be even bigger. But what Drum do? He came back with that with that broccoli. He came back with Money Machine. He came back with more records and capitalized off of that moment. And that record still that Cha Cha record was still a tight record. You know
Oh
what I'm
yeah, it
saying?
was. Yeah.
But I just feel like it really goes without saying that with Drake, with Meg the Stallion, with the baby,
Yeah.
the reason why they consider pop stars or rock stars is because they get on everybody record. Even Post Malone, I feel like Post Malone, he had a record with Travis Scott and Ozzy Osbourne. You know what I'm saying? So it's like he had the Prince of Darkness himself and Cactus Jack on the record, and it was a hard record. Like that's something I felt like that was on brand because
And you knew that
Travis
wasn't going
Dewar.
to the hood. That wasn't going to the hood.
What you mean? It did go to.
That,
There was going. That went to the hood. I felt like. Well, I mean, it wasn't going to
what
the
song
hood.
was that? That's
It's
going
called
straight to the
Take.
stadium.
Well, yeah, it is going straight to the stadium because that's what it is. But I'm just saying, if you grew up like me, listening to, you know, listening to Ozzy Osbourne and seeing them rip and run through St. Louis, and you know what I'm saying, like they got. You ever trip off of when you went to when you ever go to the high point on what who picture on the wall? You know what I'm
Huh?
saying? Ozzy
Uh,
Osbourne getting arrested in Memphis in a blues jersey. Like he
yeah,
went to a blues game and
the
then
good
went
night.
down to a show in Memphis and got arrested, drunk out of his mind. So it's like we are people in St. Louis, whether you black, white, whatever. Like when I was in school, people was talking about the Osbournes. Like we was talking about that. We was talking about folks
They
in the
had a
hood.
reality show. I mean, man, who don't know about them?
But folks in the hood was jamming in St. Louis, at least I can say that it's not in certain places, because you can hear it in the
Yeah,
music. You can hear the 808s. You can hear that's partly on Kanye, but you can hear the 808s. You can hear the rock samples and stuff like that. Like look at Mario Judah. That's his whole thing is rock star, uh, hard hitting guitars, Lil
yeah,
Jon. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like he bringing that back you know. But
Man,
I
it's fun.
mean,
Hey, what? Now, what was you
none,
gonna say? No, I was
none.
gonna say, man, from friendships to relationships to partners in business, why is always important to keep it real?
Oh man, it's always important to keep it real
Let me
because you
jump
got to
on
know you got to know where you stand with people at all times. You got to
at
know
all times.
you got to
You
know if it's love. Um you got to know if it's love. You got to know if it's genuine. You got to know if people rocking with you and rolling with you the same way that they do. The same
well,
way
I
that
guess
they do.
that come with over time and then building over time because of course that don't just come with meeting people right then and there. So I guess I guess time would actually, man, then reveal itself, man, because the longer you work around people and you be around people and you actually building a rapport, then you actually get to see, man, how people are or and then, man, I feel like too, man, stuff you should kind of have like, man, incidents with people because you can't always be around people and be like afraid to get into confrontations with people and stuff like that because that build character too in people. Because then you see
Hmm.
who really meant to be around, man. Because if we get into like not like into it or nothing like that, but just a minor little disagreement about something. That don't
Hmm.
mean that we gotta stop just being, cool or woo woo, but it's just like that. That just show you how far people will take it. Because I'm
Yeah,
pretty
I
sure
feel like this, man. Once you start feeling it, I'm gonna just say from my own experience, like once you start feeling the change, it's best to just excuse yourself because once you get to trying to argue or try to you know what I'm saying, trying to I guess kind of force things, it's gonna end up being a bad look. You know what I'm saying, but on your end because people gonna feel like you tripping or people gonna feel like you why you bugging and you might roll real hard for some people or with some people and it may what I'm saying like they may feel like everything is good but they still living their life and doing their thing but you like dang
sleeping
I
good
miss
that night.
yeah they be like well dang I miss such and such being around or I miss and they be living it ain't like they dead or sick or in jail it's like they be out here and whether it be family members or people
Yeah,
that you in the same circles with not relationships you just gotta peep the signs and excuse yourself like that was one of my biggest mistakes is that in relationships is that I should be able to just cut them off if I feel like I'm in having this little vibe about the situation cut them off because and not really get too much in my feelings about it. But that came with growth and with time. But as far as family members, it should be the same love and same camaraderie. But as people get to live in their lives, you're not gonna always get that. You know what I'm saying? And in
but I feel
business,
like in all of them though, from friendship, relation to from relationships to partners in business, keeping it real, like we say, is always like, and that meaning,
Paramount.
yeah, that mean like from whatever. I mean, like from big to small. It just man, just open everything up and leave everything on the table, man, and don't be holding no type of agenda about nothing or no sneaky agenda or always trying to
Mm-hmm.
undercut somebody or doing something. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what keeping it real is, man. Especially when you in a friendship, relationship, or a partnership with or
Mm-hmm.
business. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Even like in this
Facts.
type of situation, like bro, like man, how we keep it real with each other. It's like, bro, if it's something you ain't feeling or something I ain't feeling, then we gonna tell each other.
For real.
That's just keeping it real because man, why would you hold? You know what I'm saying? The same thing. I feel like in everything else, man. So that just goes across the board, I guess. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
That just goes all the way across the board, man. It's just that simple, bro. If you keep shit real the first time around, you ain't gotta worry about it no other time. But then
Facts.
again, I feel like it's just up to that person to decipher if they like how real you kept it with them or not. And
Mm-hmm.
sometimes man, you can keep it too real with a motherfucker, and then man, and that just makes shit go bad too. So hey,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, bro. It's how you look at it.
Man, you gotta
Everybody
you
definition ain't real, ain't the same, bro.
exactly, and you just gotta keep it. Keep it. I ain't gonna say rock with who rock with you because you can't rock with everybody that rock with you. Some people, you know what I'm saying, they morals and principles, like you just said, ain't the same. So, and their agendas may be, they may have some hidden agendas, but if a person is putting in that effort and showing that love, that's who you need to rock with, and it's got to be mutual. If you don't want to rock with them, you got to let it be known, and it may not even be nothing personal. My thing is people need to start telling folks that. Don't say, "Oh man, I'm finna rock with you with this, that, and the third," and then you turn around and don't rock with them, or you
Yeah,
turn around and not do nothing with them. Like, man, keep it real.
because you're gonna appreciate it a lot more from keeping it real than doing some old sucker move and then making the situation even worse.
Pretty much, man. Just keep it real, like from the jump. Like, don't don't make promises or don't make commitments you don't feel like doing. Like, it's sometimes, man, if I don't feel like doing something, man, like certain people, like with your peoples, you kind of had to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Or you could say, "Oh, let me get to. Can I get to you? You know, a little bit later or something like that." But certain people, like if it ain't your fam, bam, you can say no. It go back to like we say the art and the power of saying no. And I
yeah,
feel like when you're a good-hearted person, it's hard to say no. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to let folks know that. But just keep it, but just keep it 100. From the jump, and then you don't have to worry about it later on. And then if you don't feel like doing it, say no and keep it moving.
that's a fact. Man, let's talk politics and religion, man. I say politics and religion, man, because everybody has a different opinion when it comes to both. But I feel like for me, I definitely believe in a higher power and there's a God and everything else in the Bible and all that. You know what I'm saying? Like I believe for sure. And but it's something that for me, I don't really force on people. You know what I'm saying? I let other people
Hmm.
believe and let them pray to who they want to pray to. Because I feel like at the end of the day, all of it is one. We all praying to somebody, or not all of us, because some people don't believe, but that's on them. You see?
Yeah.
I'm not, and that's just
Um.
like man with the politics. Like man, I'm not like into it, but it's like on the local level is needed, but and man even on the big level too. So man, I feel like man, pay attention to it. So man, even if you ain't really into it like that, I feel like you should still pay attention to it in some type of form or some type of capacity, because it is important.
Well, with me, I'm always gonna tell folks, and I say it on this channel, on the YouTube channel a lot. I was a Christian. Didn't nobody force me into it. I always
Right.
had the option. My mom was always telling me like, look, you gonna be a Christian while you in this house, but when you leave, you know what I'm saying, like you could do what you want to do. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? If you feel like you want to be a Muslim, you could be a Muslim, but you know what I'm saying. But at the same time, I chose freely to believe in the Lord Savior and the
Yep.
Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. And
I don't force that on nobody. I just know that, that's my truth, like you said. And I just look at how my life played out because we all got to go individually in front of God when we die. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Haze ain't gonna be next to me. You know what I'm saying? Maybe hopefully he be in the line. Right behind me or in front of me, and we both get in that mug, and it's all good. You know what I'm saying? We go find
yeah.
our
At the end of
people.
the day, you got to walk that path on
Yeah,
your own.
exactly. So, you know what I'm saying? My prayer is that we walk in there and we see Pac and Big and they, everybody, chilling and then when it's time to go praise God, it's time to go praise God, but we gotta get there first. So, you know what I'm saying? So I just cling on to that fact that, Jesus saved and I try to live my life, especially now, especially with everything I've been through. Like I try to live my life in accordance to His will. But I feel like it's a lot of people, man, that's trying to like argue or force it down people's throats, and you gotta let people make the choice. Now you could be the
Yeah,
example, and you can't just quote scripture. You gotta live it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta walk it like you talk it. It's a lot of people I see browbeating folks online and arguing with folks online, and that ain't how we
right.
supposed to be doing it. You know what I'm saying? And then as far as the politics go, I feel like I'm bipartisan. You know what I'm saying? Like I know it say on my thing I'm Democrat, but I'm bipartisan. And the reason is this: I feel like certain things you know what I'm saying, work in certain situations. So a
Yeah,
democratic policy might work in this side of town, but a Republican thing is needed. You know what I'm saying? And it's depending on where you at in the situation at hand. But I feel like this, as far as both of them, black folks gonna have to work together regardless of your creed, your religion, or your political party, old, young, in the trap, in the boardroom,
right.
whatever. And we need to get together and get our
Yeah.
neighborhoods together because all the other races of people then did it. You know what I'm saying? And they can put whatever they got aside, whatever they got. They always come together and they get their communities exactly the way they want it. We need in 2021. We need to cut
And they
out
not
all
letting nothing come in that they don't want to come in there. If they don't
exactly,
want their business in there, I bet you they gonna go to them
and ain't
board
getting there.
meetings and they gonna make sure that stuff get done the right way.
Exactly. We got to start caring about our community and start getting them folks that don't care about us, but make a whole bunch of money off of us out of it. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't trying to make it a racial thing because I know we
No, but
got
that's why we
all
talk
different.
about it though, man, because we talk about it because it needs to change. It's not that we
Hmm.
talking about it from a negative point of view. Like this is some real spill. It's like we
Hmm.
would like to go in our neighborhood and see more of us owning a lot of these same stores that some of these other races are owning. Because we can sell our like we talk about this all the time, and I feel like man, we keep needing to talk about it because people need to catch heed of that,
Hmm.
you know. So man, it's much needed, man, to be able to go in our own spots and our own gas stations and beauty supplies and stuff like that, man, and see our own people behind the counter.
Hmm.
I mean, but
Pretty
hey,
much
I mean,
because whenever we was just talking about a situation earlier where it was some folks that was getting, you know, it was some folks getting disrespected,
yeah,
and I just feel like we wouldn't have that problem if folks would go ahead on and on if black folks own their own stuff. We
yeah,
wouldn't have
I
that
wouldn't say
problem.
that, man, and we wouldn't have problems, but man, I definitely
We
feel
know
like
we
man,
wouldn't have that we wouldn't
it'd be
have
a
that
lot
problem,
more
hey.
understanding about our people from the mindset because the other people, the other race, they ain't really tripping. Like they off top got a perception of us. There's already some man that he a thug, he this, he that. They already coming off scared. Us, we ain't really scared of us like that because we already know, man. We man, get your. They gonna hit you with the ezel, niggas slip and fall in the stove, man. Get your ass up, man. It wasn't even wet over here. Like they gonna tell you,
Mm.
man, get up. Like, man, they ain't tripping off you.
And get out of here, man. Like I'll
Like,
never forget, man. Look, I'll never forget, bro. I was in a certain, certain neighborhood at a certain folks store, and it was raining. And I was standing, standing underneath the awning. You know what I'm saying? And
Now what they tell you, man, to get the hell on.
yeah, pretty much,
They say,
and
man, get on away from her.
pretty much. And see, and that was my problem. Like my whole problem with that was like, bro, I'll come and buy something in here, man. I'm just trying to get out the rain. You feel me? Like,
Yeah.
but the fact that dude just told me like, and like the man talked to me like I was a dog. Like, nah, man, you got to get the f on out of here. I'm like, bro, what do you,
And what
bro,
you
for
think that's
real,
gonna change that? The politics of the hood gonna change that. The politics amongst each other gonna change that. The
bro?
people with the money who gonna come in. I'm talking about African American people with money who got some money that want to invest in these things. Or
was
even the
see,
people who got the money.
hold on, even that, because we had it, but folks gotta want to go to it and stop having all these unrealistic ass expectations. You know what I'm saying? Because
Man, look,
when you go to
I remember a brother, man, and he put a store, man, in the city, dog, and not too long after, man. And what you think happened? What
they
you think
robbed
niggas
them,
did?
they stole, they
Tuh,
did it, they complained because
tuh.
everything wasn't perfect, but
What
they
you
go
think
up in
niggas
it.
did to him, bro?
Well, you already
I
know.
mean, so
Come
come
on
on
now.
now. Yeah, that's what
But
I'm saying. So I
but they won't
understand
dare do it.
why
But they
it's
won't dare
hard.
do it to them. But they wouldn't dare do it to them.
Let,
Like
let's
I
talk
sat on
about
the
it.
pot. I said,
Let's talk
look,
about it.
I
That's why
sat
we
on a
talking about
I set
it.
up on a podcast, and they told me, man, the black folks gotta have it immaculate because we already got a preconceived notion. Nah, these folks be having food up in these gas stations and these liquor stores that be decades old, and you telling me that the black man who he didn't forgot to kiss, he basically didn't kiss your behind when you came in there. So now he all of a sudden now you going in on him. Like, I just see the hate that people be giving our people, and it's sickening. Like, y'all should be ashamed of yourselves, bro. Like, we be like, come on, man.
You should
Like,
be
for
ashamed of
real.
yourself.
No, for real. We be hating on each other,
Let's
man.
talk
Like, for
about it.
real,
That's
for
why we're
real.
talking about it.
We be hating on each other for real, because
For
it's no
real.
way in the world that we don't have our own news networks. It's no way in the world that why is BET owned by a white parent company? Why isn't it owned by why don't people value the BET awards like they value them damn Grammys? Like,
I
I'm getting
think
tired of it.
Swiss and Tim was just defending that they sold verses to
Man,
title.
that was stupid. That y'all dumb as
I
hell
mean,
for
not the
doing
title
that
to
too.
Triller. That they sold
I don't care
verses to
who they
Triller.
I don't care who they sold it to, but they know they build it up and they sell it just to sell it to the white man. I don't care. And all y'all that be riding they nuts, I don't care. Jay Z, I don't care who, because they know y'all not gonna keep. They didn't
Yeah,
support
because
it
Jay-Z sold title to who?
because to square to the white man, just so he could sit up on that board when he could have owned it and made the that was the third biggest streaming service was Tidal,
Yeah.
right behind. Like, you got to think of how many streaming
But
services. Now you done
also,
seen how
Zone,
many.
man, you gotta think, man, shit get too big maybe for his hands that he need
Man, you
that
can
he
hold
gotta
on,
put it in
man.
the
Look,
hands of the expertise, man. He
man, then
he
you
he got
hire
it all
them.
the way to where he got it. That's just like 50 Cent and the vitamin water. Now,
50 Cent
if he
own
owned
vitamin
it
water.
or Dre Beats and then didn't he sell Beats?
He should never have sold Beats. That's the stupidest. Like, that was just stupid. Like, why would you say, "Oh, I'm selling this for $3 billion"? No, keep that and employ people in the hood. But see, they do that because after a while, unless it's cool, like, perfect example. We gotta go get it. We gotta, like, the cacti, right? This right here, this is a partnership between Travis, uh, what's the name of this? Meadow Creek Beverage Co. and Anheuser Busch. So it's Travis's name. And Travis ain't even got his name on it. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't even on. It's just Cacti is a whole separate company. It's just got the little font on there that Travis Scott got on there.
Right.
It's got the little font. It's got it's Travis Scott
But
thing
let me
because he
ask you this:
told
how
you.
did you find out about it?
Because Travis told us about it in his song, in the Fresh Eye song, and he had the can and everything else like that. Like it was up basically. Like
Yeah,
he rolled it out,
it's
got
your
it to the
power hip
stores.
hop, man. Power
Yeah,
hip
but I
hop.
mean, but what I'm saying is, if like, but what's his name? But he already had to partner up with Anheuser-Busch. They came with the bag to distribute it, but he still owns the company. Now he could sell it to them because they got what you call it. But you see, E40, he owned his liquor. He probably paid the people. He went down there, probably crafted with the people at the winery or whatever, and then he put his name on it, but he ain't sell it. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? Like Jay-Z sold Ace of Spades. They made that. They
true.
made Duce and they sold it. Why we keep selling? The white man ain't selling none of us. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I ain't trying to be super racial, but we keep selling it. Like they like, oh, we didn't put all this money into it. We want to get some money. Like y'all money should Swiss and Tim, y'all money should be long. I seen Swiss Beats house. Like you want to sell it and bust it down so they could get, X amount of dollars or whatever, because they didn't put all this money into getting the new phones that's gonna stay, that's gonna, have a better connection and all of the camera work and all that. But why we keep on selling this stuff to other people, man? Why we keep on selling it away? We gonna build these companies up
I
to sell
think
them
because
in.
the people who selling them feeling like they can always make something better, or they can always make something bigger.
But see, that's the wrong mentality to have because we don't own nothing. That's why we
I mean,
stay
I
where
get
we
what you're
at because we
saying.
don't own
Yeah, I
nothing.
get what you're saying. Why not keep it and then move on still to something else and make that big too? You have 20, 30 big things up under your belt.
Exactly. And that's how
I
we
mean,
gain power as black people. But we don't
yeah,
gain power as black people if you keep selling every damn
because
thing
because we
off.
get the first because we get the first three things and then we sell them. Then we go to the next thing. Then we sell them. Then we go. So yeah, I feel you. You
Pretty
you
much.
you just saying, man, keep it and then build on something else if that's what you want to do. But you just saying building up a company and then selling it to the man ain't it.
It's definitely not the wave. It's definitely not the move. It's definitely not the wave at all. Period. I don't care what people got to say about it, how people feel. It is what it is. We keep giving these folks away our swag. We
Yeah.
giving folks away our drip. We giving
Oh.
folks away our. We giving it to them on a silver platter. And then we wonder why. Oh well, why the? No, we shouldn't have to go and add. No,
That's perfect. You said that too, cause keep
no.
putting in the work and everything else gonna come.
That's like what Kanye said about Yeezys. He was saying
That was the next vibe.
oh yeah. I was just gonna say real
Oh,
quick. Kanye got his Yeezy brand. He built the factory. I don't know if he still got it there, but he allegedly
but
built
he
the
ain't
factory.
sold
It's
that
a
though. He ain't sold
no.
easy.
Kanye ain't selling. Because he saw the vision.
They say
Because
my
he was
boy
with.
worth 6.6 billion.
Yeah, he saw the
And
vision.
I wanted to kind
He
of talk
saw.
about that too, man. I wanted to kind of talk about that a little later, but man, but since we on it, I'm just gonna say this. I feel like people called that man crazy and was just on his head top when he was going about his
Oh,
spiel
they
and
was on it.
doing this
Oh, they was on
and
it,
was
man.
on it, man. But do you see how awards and money can change people's perception of you, dog? Like that's just crazy to me that this man was crazy. He was this when he was wearing the little MAGA hat with Trump and he was telling Sway man and he don't understand and woo woo. People was dogging that man. But as soon as you get deemed the richest person or the richest black man, you $6.6 billion, you the won the Grammy now again or whatever. But I just find it funny how man status man changed people's perception of you, man.
I'm just saying, man. That's exact, bro. You can look at like I told you, bro. When I first got my job at the airport, man, girls that didn't never want to talk to me wanted to talk to me. Friends that didn't want to hang out with me hated my guts. When I started driving, when I had my own spot, when I had everything on my own, everybody wanted to talk to me. But when I lost all of that, I still keep me a job. But when I lost all the material things, that's how I go, bro. They did the
Yeah,
same thing to Kanye. They was, oh, he broke. He was $55 million in debt. You know what I'm saying? He was 55
yeah.
million dollars in debt.
And he
His wife
did come
came
out
in.
publicly telling you that he was in debt and this and that. People kicked that man when he was down. And then that made me even think back farther, because I don't even do shit like that. But I'm looking like, man, let me go look up Jay-Z network. So of course Kanye worked more. But to me, it's like you
It's
remember
more
hearing the
important.
story. Yeah, now hold on. But you remember hearing the story of Jay-Z fronting on that man. He fronted on that man. They all were fronting on him. They was telling him that he
Minute.
can't rap and he just sit there making beats, this and that. What about the story on the Big Brother where he said Jay-Z made him buy some tickets? He was thinking that they was cool and he was finna get into the show. He said that man made him buy some tickets. I'm just saying, so he got fronted on enough and still was found with that man. But I know they good. I'm just saying that it just lets you know that watch who you man shitting on or watch who you trying to stun on,
Man,
because y'all doing
man,
that
that's
man
how I
crazy.
go.
Y'all talk bad about him until his status changed. And people, I'm like, wow, when people were praising this man, the same people praising him was calling this man crazy, wasn't riding with him, wasn't listening to his music, was calling him crazy. He doing gospel music, he this, he that. That's the same mentality that man been going through since he came
Man,
out.
I'm
So
just
why?
saying.
So apply that to what you doing. Apply that to what we doing and say, oh man, and I expect them to do that. The same thing that's in that Bible, man, how they did Jesus, man.
Man, for real. That's how I go.
They're
That's how
gonna
I go.
ridicule you, man. But man, hey, I don't think we touched on the next topic, but it was keep putting in work and everything else gonna come.
Oh yeah, man. Like that's the one thing, man, that I always realized, or that I realize now more than anything, is to really just keep putting the work in and really now just keep mashing on it. You know,
Mhm.
like just to keep mashing on it because
But when we say
we get so
everything else
caught.
gonna come, man, and what does that mean?
Well, if you keep like if you keep mashing and keep doing your thing, man, people gonna naturally gravitate towards you being
Yeah.
consistent. People go, especially if they like your message. Like I was so concerned with before when I got on YouTube, the views. Like I just used to when I used to go live, bro. I used to look right there in that left hand corner and be like, man, look how many views on her, bro. Like, man, I be, and even when we started doing it, and then I had just one day came to you, Haze, and said, man, we ain't even got to worry about that right now. You feel me? We don't need to worry about. We need to keep giving them the content, and we need to keep doing. Shout out to all our guests.
Oh, you know how
We
I
need to
rock,
do.
man. Of course, I like my views and my likes to be up, but for the most part, I ain't tripping off that because I know, man, that the message and the content I'm putting out is way more important than that right now. Folks will catch on to that
Exactly,
later whenever they catch on to it. But like we say, as long as we mashing and being consistent and just putting in the work, everything else gonna come behind that. Yeah, man.
exactly.
At least it should. As long as we doing what we gotta do, then man, I guess at that point, man, if we just waiting on the way of the world, then at that point to kind of,
Facts,
show us the light. We just waiting on the
facts,
world, man, to give us back the same love and the energy that we putting out. We
facts.
ain't out here putting out
Basically,
no bullshit.
basically. I mean, and you can't.
Another one was being consistent and doing things in a timely manner.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, man. Like, you know,
It might not be
basically.
actual. You gotta sometimes create deadlines, man, because you want shit done in a certain way and in a timely manner. That don't mean that you
Facts.
rushing. That don't mean that you rushing nothing. That don't mean that nothing's being rushed. That just means that it's a deadline. And I think the people who messing with you or around you at the time gotta respect it. Especially, man, if you're trying to get a project done or you trying to get something done to put out to the world, I feel like you gotta be on top of your own vision and make sure that it get out there in a timely
Facts.
and
Facts.
respect other people's time as well.
Facts. You gotta make sure that you doing what you need to do. And you need to make sure that my bad, the allergies be kicking my butt. But like you need to make sure that you are consistent and you are going in and like that's why I tell my peoples, regardless of what I got going on or what we got going on, because I help, I try to help out a lot. I gotta
Yeah,
get on her every day. You know what I'm saying? Every day I get on her and go live. You know what I'm saying? Every day I get on her and be consistent with it because, I gotta show up and show out. When we say we're gonna be live at 6 p.m., we live at 6 p.m. We do Beats and Bits podcast, 9 p.m. We clocking in at 9 p.m. We doing the show at 9 p.m. I don't care what's going on. I don't care how tired I am. If I don't feel good, whatever the case may be, because I've realized the importance of consistency, hard work, and being on time and being
hmm
dedicated, and then
when
expanding
the
it. Like
lights on or when the lights off, you feel me? Whether or not they
exactly,
looking or when they looking, we still gonna keep the same pace. We still doing
exactly,
what we doing, regardless, because
exactly,
it's just how I gotta be. So we just working at the same pace.
exactly, exactly.
Ask yourself, would you be doing whatever your passion is if you didn't get paid?
Shoot, I've been doing it for
Just
30 years and ain't got paid for real. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been doing like I'm gonna say 25 years because I've been playing games and making music for 25 years. You know what I'm saying? Since I was old enough to hold a microphone to scratch on a turntable. I had like I had I had a vinyl record and I had a Sega Genesis controller in my hand since I was 5 years old. You know what I'm saying? So, and I had a microphone in my hand since I was 5 years old. So, if you love something, you truly love something,
yeah,
long as you, long as you, like I said earlier, you don't put that above, you put God first, and you know what I'm saying. You ain't hurting nobody. It's you're not putting that over God, then I feel like if you really passionate about it, if you feel like, oh man, if you ever get bored or get tired of it, that's when you put it down and you take a break. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like this notion, some certain people only want to do stuff when they get money yet. They don't do
yeah,
music because they want to. They love the music. Like I know people that make music and ain't nobody heard it but them, but they still making it. They still putting it down. They still letting people hear it. You know what
hmm
I'm saying? They may not even ever put it on the streaming service. They just sit in it. Like I had a guy that was with me. I work with. I didn't even know he rapped, but he
yeah,
rap. He rapping old school and stuff like that. But like, kind of old, like I want to say like old school, like Tech Nine got that bounce, but he got the flow with it. You know what I'm saying? And it's
yeah.
like, yeah, man. But he passionate about it. You know what I'm saying? He passionate about he like barbecuing. He like spending time with his lady. He goes to church on Sunday. He
And
work.
that's
He'll
fine.
pay.
I feel like
You know.
because you know where he's staying with it at. Just like you said, he probably write some songs or record it, and he ain't never trying to put it out on nothing, but it satisfy him. So that's
Exactly.
what make him happy. I think it only becomes something when you see somebody trying, like when you see them putting it out on social media, when you see them out trying to perform at shows, when you see them out trying to be a part of the freestyles and the
Yeah,
freestyle and the
man.
ciphers and stuff and shit. Like when you can see somebody trying and then you see them half-ass. Like that's when people kind of look at that like, hey man,
Yeah, man. Shout out, man, to Destiny, man. We've been looking for you, bro. If you watching, holler at us, man. Cause I be seeing him, and we been seeing him, and it was funny, cause like
I don't know. I kind of want to have him on the show
Oh,
for real, to like talk to
you just
him.
came out like, man, shout out, man. And I'm like, what?
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
man, but that's my
because
guy, man.
like
Shout out to him.
because I seen him actually put that work in and be consistent with it, and he really loved the music. You know what I'm saying? And that's his thing. You know what I'm saying? And I a lot of people, I see a lot of people doing stuff, man, with gimmicks, and a lot of people, um, a lot of people doing stuff for the gimmick.
No, but talk about how we said it though. We said that most people, if you just thought about rapping in the last 5 years, from 5 years, then most people mainly, or even the last 10 years, most people thinking it's just easy just to do it, or it's just easy.
No, no, it ain't. You gotta
Yeah,
you gotta be passionate about this to make
because
it
they
good. I
not
mean,
trying to learn. They not trying to actually learn the craft. They not trying to study nothing. They just trying to just write the music down, go to the studio, let's go turn up at the
pretty much.
show, and that's it.
That's
You're
it.
not
They want,
studying.
and that's how it doesn't come. It don't come out. You know what I'm saying? It don't come out
I
right.
think
And
it
even if
have for certain people, and that's why they see it as that, because they have seen the person who just started rapping 2 weeks ago pop off, and he lit, she lit. Now everybody want to mess with them, and they didn't have to study. They didn't have to. That's just like almost a comedian seeing this new wave of comedians come out. Like most, like if you ask them comedians from the early '90s and stuff, they had to get it in by actually going doing stand up on stage. They actually out here, but now you got people like Ha Davis now that's funny as shit, and now they just on there.
doing
They got
skits.
them phones. They doing skits and they got them phones. But people like Ha Davis and Desi Banks and all them, they are translating the phone comedy over to the actual stand up comedy because
Mm-hmm.
so now you see that now you can see that that's a person who kind of serious about their craft because now you see that they translating over from just them popping on the phone making skits to we see Jess Hilarious trying to do the stages like she is doing the stage.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the difference between somebody who elevating a game instead of just standing on the phone doing it. It's like, nah, we finna take it to the stage now. So I can understand. So that's just what it's all about, man. So it's about, yeah, we starting off doing this shit, because we love it, and we won't always do it because we love it. So whether or not we getting paid from it or not, we still gonna be doing it. But of course, the goal is to get some paper from it.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you got to set everything up to get the paper from it, though. But in order to set
Exactly.
everything up, you got to know the business. You got to know certain shit. Because if not, of course, you learning on the job, but you need to know as you go. Or if you ain't got people around you that's telling you, then yeah, you gonna find out as you go along when you actually putting in the real work.
Mm-hmm.
If you just sitting back
Exactly.
talking about it, then you ain't never gonna know. But if you actually making songs and then now you get to the next step, then now you gonna figure, hey, I need this. I need this. Now you learning on the job. But it's only gonna
Yeah.
come when you actually, man, putting feet to the pavement and actually doing some real work.
Facts. I mean, and that's the one thing that that's the one thing, man, that I know and that I see. And yeah, like I see a lot of people, man, thinking that it's easy to pick this microphone up or pick this phone up and make
And that's to
content.
even do, yeah, right, to even do podcasts, to even do interviews, to even do music, I mean, it's so much other things to do besides rap in 2022 and beyond, dog. It's just so much
Facts.
stuff to do behind, like you say, behind the mic, behind the phone. And I feel like everybody can't do it, but I feel like at least you should try to do it. I mean, I
Hmm.
never discourage nobody from at least trying it because you never know. Because just like me, I'm learning on the job right now. You kind of been a little bit more polished at it than me, but
Yeah.
you know,
I'm
but
still
I
learning.
feel like
Don't get it confused. I'm still learning. I'm still,
yeah,
I'm still thinking of ways and planning 10 or 15 steps ahead, like
mhm,
where we can take this. Like
yeah,
that's where I'm at with it. Like right now, we on the YouTube and the Facebook and Twitch and
We
we
done
on just
elevated
dial
it
game.
from the first couple episodes, because on the first couple ones we wasn't on it.
Exactly. And now I'm looking at, okay, what podcast service can we take this to, or what this distribution service can we take this
Yeah,
to
you're
make
right.
sure it's on everything. You know what I'm saying?
And
To
don't
make
wait till the
sure
world open back up. We got real plans.
exactly. So it's like,
Lord's will. We got real plans. So, man,
yeah,
but that's just us being creative and trying to elevate and just think about what's next. Because remember how we say, man, it's always cool to move on to what's next. I mean, because you can't be stuck on something. I mean, man, if something working now, don't be silly and just move on too fast from something. Because if something working and it's a good little vibe and it's working for you, then stay on that until you feel like it's time to move on. Because your gut feeling will tell you when it's time to do something else.
mm-hmm.
I wanted to ask you too, man. Why do certain artists blow up and stop coming to the hood, bro?
Because they bigger than life. Like, I mean, some artists, we got Dirk. He coming to the ambassador. And that's a big venue, and I mean, I don't know how they gonna do it. And well, it just depends, because I don't know, because a lot of these shows get packed out and it's still people getting infected again, reinfected, infected again. So I don't know how it works. But then again, it's like you got these cats is coming to these certain elements, but it's like a Drake, he not finna come back to the hood. You know what I'm saying? Because they know, you know what I'm saying.
Or even like a Jay-Z, or even it's
Jay's
certain artists, because just like we said, like Gotti and Jeezy, Ross, Tip, it's a certain demographic of artists that can still do the stadiums and still do the hole in the walls in the hood.
exactly, and they
You know
gonna
what I'm
do it
saying?
because that's their core. Jay-Z ain't gonna do it because he's so high up and so above everybody to the point where it makes no sense for him to come back unless he really want to do it. Now sometimes he go back to New York and he'll do the Highline Ballroom or something, and it's real small and real intimate, but it's planned, it's for a purpose. Like he got, okay, I'm finna do this on title, and it's 100 people, 200 people in the room, like we in the hood, we back at it again. But best believe it's security all around this stage. It ain't nobody finna, they pat you down when you get in.
Yeah, yeah.
Whereas at what you call them, you might go through a metal detector, you might not go through a metal detector at the ambassador. Somebody might get in through a side door with the stick, and they might let that mug out. Somebody go, try to steal somebody Gale, and the other, then they that mug out,
Man,
and like the Gucci Man. Somebody they got the shooting in the parking lot at the Gucci Man concert. Like,
I feel
you
like
know,
that's not for every artist, but it's definitely for some artists, because some
if you a
artists.
street artist, it's almost like you got to go. If you from the trenches or the gutter or the trap or the block or the borough
Yeah,
or the hood, whatever. If
because
you
it sounds like an
real,
artist like a Pooh Shiesty, he always gonna have to always go back to the hood, no matter how
he
big he get.
always,
He
yeah.
can do the stadiums. I want him to do the stadiums, but he gonna always have to do like
Little
go back to
baby,
the
he
home.
gonna come. He gonna do the
He gonna
little
always
baby. He
have to do
gonna
the stadiums, baby. Little baby, the baby. They always gonna have to do the stadiums and always do the club. And they got the privilege of doing the holes in the wall, because everybody ain't got the privilege of doing both.
yeah.
Every artist ain't got the privilege of doing stadiums and then going to your local hole in the wall around the corner and then jamming
Basically.
out and packing that out too. Stupid.
Yeah, which people outside can't even get in because they packing it out, And we still didn't know the name of that club, Haze. That I've been rattling my brain the whole week. What was the club on Grand? Hold on, man. It was a club, bro. I'm talking about, it was the most hoodest hole in the wall. It was always somebody get shot.
Man, it felt
Uh,
like I had it on the tip of my tongue, but man,
man. Hold
we said
on.
it right down there by Fairground, bro. But I can't remember. Like,
Club shut down
wow,
in St. Louis.
man,
St. Louis on Grand. On Grand
this boy looking
Avenue.
it up.
What was the name of it, man?
You
No,
doing your research? You
man.
researching?
I'm trying to see here, man. Man, I'm trying to see what's the name of it, man. It was on Grand, dog, but I can't even remember. Like, it don't even got it up on the theme no more. It was called the Boulevard, but it was something else before that. You know what I'm saying? The Boulevard was something
Yeah, I
else.
know, man, and that's the name that we can't get. The name that was
We,
before.
man, what was it? What man? That was bruh, and I never went because I knew that every time I wanted to go, they
You
was
just knew,
like,
man, it
nah.
was gonna be ratchet. You just knew it was gonna be ratchet. And Jeezy been there before.
Yeah, I was gonna say that Jeezy had went. You know.
So that just goes to show you that he ain't scared, man, to go in a hood, dog, and do a show.
Mm-hmm.
That's player right there.
Man, they had shot. Man, I'm trying to tell you, they had shot up the spot, and he still kept performing.
You
You
feel me?
know, they blew
I'm
it
just
down,
saying,
and they.
man, but man, I definitely think certain artists blow up and stop coming to the hood because either they can't come back or either they just elevated up out that motherfucker and don't never want to go back and feel like they lived enough life there to where they don't never want to go back.
Mm-hmm.
And when we say the hood, I ain't necessarily just mean the slum. I'm talking about the suburbs, nigga, wherever you come from. Cause that stigma in rap that every rapper just gotta be just fucked up and just down bad and come from a bad background. I just, you know,
Mm-hmm.
that's something that I don't really, Every rapper ain't like that, but I do understand that most of them did come from backgrounds of poverty, but every rapper not like that. Trust
Mm-hmm.
me, man. So we did it, man. You ain't lying. Another episode 12. You feel me?
12.
Man, we keep mashing
12.
on them. We just keep mashing. In a minute, we're gonna stop counting.
Man,
We're just gonna keep doing us.
man,
Just keep
let
doing
them
us.
know, bro. Let them know what's up with it though.
Bro, you gotta, you got, hey,
Let them know what's up with it, man.
man, I'm letting them know, big bro. You gotta relax, big bro. But this Friday, man, all platforms, man. I'm dropping my single mashing all platforms this Friday, man. So y'all gotta tap in with me. CMW Haze, all platforms. The record mashing. I want y'all to go get that, share it. That's pretty much it, man. Bang it, man. And it's something real, I made the beat and everything else to it, so come from my soul. I cooked it from scratch. You feel me? So it's a little bit more soul in it. You feel me? Mean a little
Mm-hmm.
more.
Mm-hmm.
So
For
yeah, this
sure.
Friday, mashing my single, produced by yours truly, CMW Hayes, man. Also, Zon, man, I wanted to ask you a question, man. Is the game meant to be sold or told? Meaning knowledge wise. Like is the game
Both.
as far as knowledge meant to be sold or is meant to be told?
Both. I feel like it should be told if it's like your family or your friends or people like that, and then need to be people that I feel like if it needs to be told if the person is willing to learn and is passionate about it, but it need to be sold to the people that ain't really they trying to figure out if they really about it or not, if this is something that they really want to do. Because you could tell somebody and put somebody on game on something and they not really on it. And so you just wasted your time. So the game need
Yeah.
to be sold to the people that like that's all the class is to show you how something is to give you a taste of what it
Yeah.
is. And if you don't feel like somebody got to teach you unless you teach yourself because we got the internet. But before you didn't have the internet like that, so you
Mm-hmm.
had to go take a class, you had to buy a book, you had to
Yep. You can
maybe
self-teach yourself now, basically.
yeah, basically yeah. So you know.
You know what that kind of remind me of? That kind of remind me of the Kodak Black and Master P situation. It's like
Hmm.
how Charlemagne had hooked them up, and then after we heard how Master P was like, "Shit, if you want to talk to me, you got to pay me," because he felt
Yeah,
like because the young boy ain't really take heed of what he was saying, or something had happened between it, but he
yeah.
felt
I
like
mean,
after that
he
you
and he
got to
was right.
pay.
He was right because what had happened to Kodak after that? Kodak still went and did what he was gonna do. He still went and got locked up. He's still one of the biggest artists in his generation. But right behind it, it be a young boy. But you know what I'm saying? When you hard headed and don't want to listen, like Why is Master P gonna waste his time and waste his energy and his
It
breath?
even remind me of Master P saying how he had to pay Michael Jackson lawyer what did he say, 50,000 or something at the time, or
Mm,
he had to pay Master P lawyer, I think like either 50,000 or something like that, or maybe 100, but he had to pay him
yeah,
some money just for
for
some
15 minutes.
information, just for some
Yep,
information.
yep,
And think that same guy could have told him that just for free. Just could have just
yep,
said, "Oh yeah, you need this."
yep.
Man,
But
that
you
just goes
see,
to show you how vital information is. That man
but you
charged him
see,
$50,000 just for 15 minutes to tell him that, where he could have just told him
basically,
that for free.
he could have told him for free, but he said, "Man, listen, you gonna make so much more off of this bit of information that I'm ever gonna see. I just need it for my time."
Which he
You feel
did.
me?
Which he
And so
did.
there you go, and the rest is history. You feel me? So the game is to be sold and told. If you know something that's gonna have like, oh wait, that's why I come on here and give the game to the youngsters for free. I don't charge them because I know they ain't got the
Yeah,
money. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? I'm telling them what to do as far as school, what to do as far as um, life decisions because some stuff people told me, but they really didn't break it down to me. And some
yeah.
stuff people didn't tell me, but I had to learn. You know what I'm saying?
Had to break it
So
down for
that's
yourself.
exactly. So now I
I tell
pass the
you half the
information
story,
on.
the rest you fill it in. Logan's the villain win. I spend Japan yen. Man, hey, look, I'm still rapping some Jay Z. That's that Jay Z verse, man. On that one little, on that reasonable doubt. But he said that though. I tell you half the story, the rest you fill it in, man. Like for some
For
people, that's
sure.
just how it go for some people, man.
Exactly.
I wanted to ask you too, and do you believe to be a leader, you have to follow first and be a student of the game, which we already know.
You do. You do.
To
I
to
wouldn't be able
to,
to tell
to be a,
y'all.
huh?
I wouldn't be able to tell the folks that watch my channel. I wouldn't be able to tell y'all the stuff that I know if I didn't follow somebody first and then not have deduced that either they was the truth or they was kept. And if it worked
Yeah,
for me, because just because it worked for them didn't mean it worked for me.
true indeed.
You know?
But to be a
Yeah.
great leader, you have to either follow or watch the well, not all the time. 'Cause I feel like, man, you can just have your own principles and your own morals and your own way of living that might be right for you and somebody else. You know what I'm saying? So basically, I feel like, man, being a student of the game though is definitely part of it as well. Because you
Hmm.
need to also,
Hmm.
man, learn about life and whatever else. Because whether you learn it from your father or your mother or your uncle, your cousins, and somebody, or sometimes you might only have yourself to rely on and just know what's right and what's wrong. You ain't gonna
Hmm.
always have somebody to look at or always feel like, well, I can learn from that part. But if you do got that, then that's even better. But if you don't got it, I feel like uh that's just gonna build your own character over time, and you just have to just gonna decipher your own what's like what's game to you and what's not, what's real to you and
Hmm.
what's not.
Hmm.
Yeah. Man, I wanted to cause me and you was just talking about NBA YoungBoy in a positive light though, like not like what just happened, but it was more so cause hearing what just happened, him running from the feds and stuff like that, and it's just like wow, and we was just saying how he be low key and we don't really hear nothing from him, and then boom, and then I heard that it's like damn,
Well,
wonder
I
what
mean,
happened.
the rappers, the like the people want to make an example out of the rappers because they feel like the rappers is what is causing the violence and causing the murder and causing all of that. And to a certain extent it is, but really it's the environment, it's the impoverished ways, it's the upbringing, which people get mad at me when I say that, when I be asking dudes, when I be asking the ladies or whatever, if the dudes ain't gonna keep it 100, stop having these kids, stop doing, stop being stupid, like, you know what I'm saying? Like we can only do
Mm-hmm.
so much. And I could tell the brothers all day long that, you know what I'm saying, to hold themselves accountable. But the dudes that's getting all the females, they ain't listening to that. So that's the main problem is the family. Like they want to make it. They feel like because this is what it is. As soon as they as soon as they get through telling you, you know what I'm saying. As soon as you get through locking them up, it's gonna be some more coming after that. Like so, it really ain't solving the problem. But I mean, you know,
And then they
I
always quick to say that they found the pistol in the car, as if so
but
the hell
they
what?
know, but again, you know
Who don't ride
that
with a fucking pistol? So, and this man is a rapper. You know what I'm saying? So it's even so what? I feel like they just say that stuff
no,
just to try to make it
no,
always
but
seem
no, but the thing is, if you don't do it legally, like you was like, you know,
okay.
we got to do it
Okay.
legally. Like we got to start having like
Yeah.
these folks
Yeah.
be having guns and they be having them young as hell. Like
And they
you
be
got a
felons and
gun.
young as hell and shit, man. I mean, man,
Yeah,
I feel you on that note.
and
I
that's
feel
what
you.
it need to be. If you're gonna be, and then they was out here, you know, doing what they was doing. Like, you know, sometimes you just can't escape it. So that's why I say I'm the square beyond compare. I pay my taxes. I'm a civilian. I don't want no parts of no jail. Cause like I told y'all, I went to jail at 6 years, 7 years old, 8 years old, talking back to my mama. My stepdaddy took me, not my stepdaddy, my goddaddy took me down there to to juvie hall, and I ain't never been back there since. Cause I knew everybody. Oh man, let me go rob this liquor store. Let me go beat this dude up. Now, nah, bro, y'all go do that. Y'all be on the news and y'all be shooting it out
Yeah.
with them all the rest of y'all life and be in and out of jail. I'm not finna go to the chain gang. I ain't finna go down there. I'm not finna go. I'm not finna go down there. Like y'all can have it. Y'all can have it. You know,
He say y'all can have that.
like
One
I
day.
don't man. I'm riding around and just to see the people doing what they doing, bro, and how they living and how shiesty they living, bro. This like this what they doing, bro. They think this shit is cool. They think
Yeah.
it's cool to ride around with pistols and choppers and all this heavy artillery, and it's cool. And it's like, man, we you play into it all the time. If it is
Well, that's
an
only in the
agenda,
result
we.
because, man, in the way they living, man.
I mean, I
You
get it.
know,
People be messed up, but it.
I know folks who don't got beef with people and living well and still like to ride with they heat and do what they do, and they ain't got no beef with nobody. So I just feel like
Exactly.
it's just a mind state thing, man, because you can be young or old and just have this mindset that you just always ready for something to pop off, or you just always into some drama, or you just always this negative person. And I just feel like that's just you as a person. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Because us, we gotta watch. I know we watch who we be around, but I'm just saying, us as people, we gotta watch who we be around, man. Especially if you around niggas who doing sucker shit. It's like you gotta let niggas know that they doing sucker
And
shit.
then excuse yourself from it. Like I didn't lost so many friends, bro, just because. And even some people that's in this rap game, like I'm like, bro, I'm not finna pull up to your studio and I know you what you own and what you rap about and what your MO is, bro. I know the police on you. Why am I gonna do something now? We can do it over the phone or whatever. And then I got to the point where I don't even want if I know you want BS. Like I'm looking for people that's doing something different. Like I said, like no, like it's cool. Like I said, I turn up to. I ain't gonna even sit up here and lie to you. Like I turn up to a lot of stuff. I was listening. I had the Juice World on our little ad, like the little song he got with DJ Scheme. Like I
Yeah,
was like, yo, that kind of that mug kind of
he said. Yeah,
that mug kind of rock, you know. And the fact that he had all these records that he recorded, like I'm like, man, that mug hard, you know. O3 Greedo, he another gangster, you know. But he straight up said on his documentary, he said, man, look, if I had known that I was gonna get here, I wouldn't did half the stuff that I did,
yeah.
you know. So yeah,
What's three things that you feel like a man is obligated to have?
um, you know, his own some type of income, a place,
Yeah.
and some wheels. You know what I'm saying? Them the three that you should be obligated to have. Now it don't always mean you're gonna have all of them at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you might have one without the other two, but those three things you need to take care of, you know, of yourself personally. But the other three things I'll say, that ain't got nothing to do with material is honesty, integrity, and God. The more important things is honesty, integrity, and God, because we gotta put God first, because he the author and finisher of our faith, and he the one that decides if we wake up in the morning. You know what I'm saying? So
Yep.
it's just like without them three things, like physically and mentally, spiritually, I know there's six things, but you know what I'm saying, I had to give you the other side of the coin,
Nah,
because
man,
people been
all
like,
good.
oh, what,
I feel like
but
the
yeah.
three things a man is obligated to have is a house, a family, and respect.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. Because of course there's so many other things I could, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, I feel like,
Mm-hmm.
man, we deserve a lot of other things too, But them things for sure, a family, a house, respect, just like you say, God in your life, you need knowledge, loyalty, you need a lot of shit, man.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel
Facts.
like as long as putting that out into the world, man, then I feel like, man, at least it should come back to you in some type of way. If you putting positivity out there, period. What does
Mm-hmm.
ownership mean to you?
Ownership mean owning everything that you didn't put out. Ownership meaning, not owing nobody nothing. Ownership mean taking accountability for your actions.
Mm-hmm.
Ownership mean a lot of things to me.
Owning everything 100%, being able to call your own shots.
Like own is in my name. It's killing all ill expectations and owning up to what you set out to do.
Ooh, boy, I had to kick that
That's what.
game real quick.
Yeah, for sure.
Man, look, this Friday, my single mashing dropping on all platforms. Y'all tap into that. Go like it, subscribe. Hey, do everything that comes along with it. Y'all already know what to do. I'm happy about it coming out. I want y'all to be excited about it. I made it. I cooked it up. So I want y'all to go mess with it. So it's on, man. We did it, bro. It's another episode. You Ain't Lying podcast, man. I salute you, my G.
Yes,
One
sir.
more time. Let me tell them one more time. Hey, this Friday, my new single, Mashing, dropping on all platforms. Go get that. Stream that. Share that. You Ain't Lying podcast, man. We'll be back next Wednesday, 6 o'clock, same time, same place. Y'all make sure y'all there. Kills on. Salute, my G.
Salute, salute.
Anything you
All
want to give
right.
up?
Nah, man. You Ain't Lying podcast every Wednesday, 6 p.m. Central Time. Beats and Bits podcast every Friday at
Yep.
9 p.m. We gonna be
Yep.
going in about Godzilla versus King Kong. Who you got? Godzilla, King Kong. Hey.
I'm gonna say Godzilla, man.
All right, man. I can't pick, so I
He's stuck in the
just want
middle.
to know who. Yeah, I'm stuck. Cause they're like your two partners that finna fight, but you
Yeah,
don't want to
yeah.
fight. you
One more
you trying to stop it.
He said he don't want to get in the middle of it. He said, man, just like two partners, they better try to
No,
fight.
you are trying to get in the middle of it, but I mean
No,
you
you
can't get
don't
in the
want to
middle of
get in the
them.
middle of it because these two partners fighting, and I want to. Hey, I ain't finna mess with these two homies, man. And that's
I'm gonna break it up. I'm gonna be like, put
when
my
you
hand.
trying
You
to
know, how you
break it
get in
up.
front of.
You trying to break it up. I'm trying to see, man, and who gonna win. I ain't gonna let it get too crazy though. I'm gonna be the partner that ain't gonna let it get too wild, but I'm gonna break it up.
He said, "I'm gonna break it
Hey,
up."
one more time, man. This Friday, my single mashing dropping this Friday. I want y'all to go get that, man. Go stream that, share that. You Ain't Lying podcast. We'll see y'all back next Wednesday, same time, same place. Salute. We out.
Peace.
Yeah.
Yeah. CMW Haze. Mashing with all confidence. Yeah. No, I say it from my chest. I rep the Midwest. Yeah. Niggas be acting like they tough. We not into that.